Hey, what's up YouTube? Today's video is going to be about safety tips for truckers. Truck stops are dangerous. Rest areas are dangerous. Parking on highway shoulders is dangerous. And I shouldn't have to tell you that parking in remote isolated areas can be even more dangerous. Many truck stops have bad lighting, which makes it a good target for potential crimes. And my research, according to a survey conducted in July of 2020, I found that 40% of the crimes committed against truck drivers are violent, which include rape, assault, and robberies. There is an increasing amount of women getting involved with this industry that may not have a clue. Just last year, I read an article where one woman was raped and another woman was murdered. Hi, my name is Kyle. I'm an operations manager with Interstate Transport Service and the founder of iKai Logistic Partners. In this video, I will share some safety tips that will help both newbies and veteran drivers to better protect themselves while out there on the road. So, stay tuned. Tractor trailers are good targets for criminals. I want you to take a moment and think about that statement. Tractor trailers are good targets for criminals. I want you to take a mental note and think about why you would agree or disagree with that statement. I've been in this industry off and on since 2005, and I've seen a lot of setups, a lot of scams, and I'm sure I haven't seen them all. One scam artist was fleecing drivers at the truck stops for their money over a gambling scheme. I've seen beggars fleecing drivers for food, money, cigarettes, whatever. Bogus accident claims. You hit my truck. You need to come back here to the back of the truck and see what the damage is so we can do an assessment. Whatever. This doesn't begin to scratch the surface. I'll try to keep this video as short as possible, but this is one of those videos where I like to try to keep all of the content in one video and not break it into pieces in different parts, because you could easily miss something. At minimum, hopefully after watching the video, it'll allow you to keep your eyes open just a little wider, because when a trucker shuts down, they become a bigger target. In one incident that happened in Jackson County, Georgia, at a truck stop off of 85, there were truckers that were falling victim to a well-rehearsed scam, which cost one man as much as $2,700. Scam artists are apparently targeting truckers without CVs in their trucks, and perhaps in an attempt to keep them from effectively warning others or calling for help. Two truckers shared their stories with the Athens Banner Herald after they were taken for over $3,000 combined. One of the drivers stated, "I'm sure they've done this before. They had it set up perfect." It began with a man approaching his truck and asking if he had a CB radio inside. When he answered that he didn't, the man told him that there was a trucker inside the truck stop and that he had hit the jackpot at a local casino and was giving away money and a free meal inside the stop. When he approached, the trucker found a man who was handing out money to other people. The supposed winner told the trucker that he would double whatever money he had in his pockets. But when he pulled the cash out, the men grabbed the money and they ran. One trucker was taken for $2,700, money he had collected from customers from over the past couple of days, in which he owes that money to the truck's owner. Me personally, I've had beggars come up and ask for money, prostitutes banging on the door, begging to get inside, and various other type of situations. In one case, I told the beggar that I don't have cash on me, but when I finish with my paperwork and go inside, I'll see what I can do for you. 15 minutes later, on my way in, I hear someone shout out. I turn around and I wave him to come on. I got you, come on. I take him into the stop and we go to the deli. I tell him to pick up any sandwich he wants. He does. And then he asks if he could grab a drink. I say, sure, go ahead. Then we both get to the register for me to pay. And he started asking me if he could, get this, that, and the other, some cigarettes and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Now, I don't suggest my response to everybody. So let me put this disclaimer out there in the front and center. I don't condone violence. However, I do believe that we all have the right to protect ourselves. Now that I got that out the way, let me continue my story. It wasn't what he was asking for, but it was the way he was now asking, in which, he was demanding that I have to do something which I didn't volunteer to do. I don't know if the dude was bipolar or what gave him this new energy of tough, taxing, possessive, testing type of insistence. I felt the direction of my kindness was now threatened to the point of exploitation. Again, I don't suggest my response to everybody. If you're confident and you know where you fit in on the food chain, then have at it. Everything is not for everybody. You have to figure it out, and there is no one size fits all resolution if you encounter this situation out there on the road. So my response was, after he, demanded that I get these additional things for him, was, listen very close, brother, because I'm not going to repeat myself. And I went on to say that I suggest you take this food that I'm paying for and enjoy it before you become unbenefited. It's a little too hot outside for the police to roll up on me in that parking lot while I'm beating your ass. And I'm not trying to go to jail today. I really do hope you understand that, I hope you understand what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. If I were you, I would take this food and be thankful, get the fuck away from me about as quick as you can before I get angry. I paid for the food, turned around, and the dude was gone. If you ever find yourself in a situation like this, you have to use your own judgment. Every situation is different. There is no one size fits all. No matter what the situation, always stay calm as possible. I've had a gun pulled on me at least 4 times in my life. One time it was for a carjacking, the other times attempted robberies. There are way too many scenarios to discuss in this video. I'm just sharing a few that I'm familiar with that may help you be more mindful. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from the trucking industry. Only give you information that may help protect yourself while you're out there on the road. Now, you could find yourself in a dark lit truck stop rest area, and somebody approaches your truck, knocks on your door, and tells you hit their truck and you need to come back and look at the damage that you did. You walk back there and another person pulls out a gun to rob you. You could have a female knock on your door. You go to the window and they beg to get in your truck, only to unlock it a few minutes later to have a man jump in with a gun and rob you. There's so many other scenarios. APUs, the automatic power units that you hear, when a truck shuts down, it sounds like a lawnmower engine. It's pretty loud. Reefers, the cold boxes that freeze and chill food in some of these other trailers, are loud. And if something happens while you're outside your truck and you're out there yelling for help, the chances are you won't be heard. So keep it simple. Don't open your door for anyone. Some additional safety tips. Don't fully close the back curtain to your sleeper. If someone was to break in, they could steal everything up front without you ever knowing. I heard that this has happened to truckers. If you keep a visual opening, at least it will give you time to react if someone was to enter your cab. Now, as far as weapons, guns, the first thing that comes to anybody's mind when it comes to weapons is a gun. Now, every trucker can't carry a gun. For me, sometimes I have to go to a government facility or even a military site. Guns would be a real problem because you're subject to inspections. Most military sites will ask you to step outside so that they can inspect your cab and the sleeper for any drugs and or weapons. They have the authority to lock you up, and I don't have time for that. However, my choice of weapon can easily be created from the tools that I carry, such as a screwdriver, utility knife, and my favorite, which happens to be a hammer. I've had a few occasions when I had to use a baseball bat, which is pretty effective, I must say. I use a baseball bat when I'm home in the city. One time 2 people came knocking on my door looking for a fight. I grabbed my baseball bat, opened the door, jumped outside, and chased them away. Another time, someone cheated me out of money. I go home, I get the baseball bat, and I chase him in a package lounge in front of about 70 people. Dude ran and ducked under the pool table and disappeared on me. So I waited outside, and the dude was told that he should go give me my money, which 5 minutes later he came out and handed me my money. Again, I'm only offering suggestions to help you. I cannot guarantee that my resolutions will give you favorable results as they have for me. You got to figure out where you fit in on the food chain and decide what works best for you. You can also use a combination of, let's say, pepper spray and a hammer. If someone approaches you with aggression, let you know, hold on. You can let them know, hold on, I have this, spray them with the pepper spray. I got something for you. Hold on 1 second, I got something for you. Right? Then they're going to go grab their eyes. Then you can follow up with a hammer. Right? Me personally, I choose to use the side of a hammer versus the claw of the hammer. The side of the hammer, it gives you more surface to make contact if you hit somebody with the side as opposed to the head or the claw. You could kill somebody with the claw of a hammer. It could, stick in their head or something like that. I'm not out here to kill anybody. I'm just trying to defend myself if I have to. So, I'm not trying to kill anybody, but I have no problems defending myself and hurting someone if they're going to bother me, and I have no problem giving it back to them. But that's me. Again, another thing to be mindful of is high value loads. High value loads are also a target for drivers. Pharmaceuticals, electronics, etc. In one case, I had a load of flat screen TVs leaving out of Grand Prairie, Texas, going to New York. The broker agreement is to drive a non-stop, a minimum of 150 miles before stopping. So once you're loaded at that shipper, you have to drive 150 miles out of the area before you can even stop. This will deter anyone that's following you and hoping to set you up, leaving the shipper. The broker will track the shipment, and if you stop before moving 150 miles away, you may receive a phone call, stating that you didn't drive far enough and to get back on the road and drive a minimum 150 miles away from the shipper. Yes, this has happened to me. Another tip you can use is to wrap your seatbelts around the handle of your door before fastening it when you shut it down. So if someone is able to open your door, this will restrain the door from opening far enough for them to enter your cab. That leaves them an option to break your window or to enter, but to enter this way will give you more time to get proactive in defending yourself. Truck stops are dangerous, rest areas are dangerous, parking on the highway shoulders is dangerous, and I shouldn't have to tell you, parking in remote, isolated areas can be even more dangerous. The worst place to park is on a highway shoulder. In some place vehicles can reach, some of these shoulders or highways, vehicles can reach speeds at over 70 miles an hour, and if it's foggy, wet, or icy, you could easily be the one another victim, another vehicle can slam into. So if you have to park or shut down on a highway, ramp, or shoulder, at least keep your parking lights on so other drivers can see you. Rest areas are easy targets for setting up drivers to get robbed or murdered, especially ones with less vehicles. The more vehicles, the more safe it will be, if that is your only choice for that day. Finally, if someone pulls a gun out on you, stay calm. Focus on the gun. Look to see if it's a real gun. If you're not sure, assume it's a real gun. I'm not a superhero. I don't wear a cape. I would like to think you have common sense like me and realize at this point all bets are off. Comply with them. Here you go. Here are the keys. There's the tractor. There's the trailer and the load. And I will see you later. With the gun, they can have whatever they want. Bye. So So this concludes this video. Again, this video was put together to give truck drivers safety tips when out there on the road. Hopefully this video gave you some good information, or at least remind you to beware. As always, if you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see any new videos that I post, don't be shy, hit the subscription button so you can be notified for any new postings. In the meantime, keep your eyes open and stay safe.